The moment you snap, go off, crash out, you're going to be crazy. You're going to be unstable. No one ever wants to talk about the action that caused the reaction. Recently, and just even today, I was having a conversation with a friend, and I have noticed when you stand up for yourself, when no one knows behind closed doors what you have endured, you can show somebody mercy, you can show somebody grace, you can be forgiving, but it will never be spoken about. Hey, let me sit down and talk to you, and what happened behind closed doors? See, with me, I'm more than happy to say what happened, what my actions were, but you will get to the point of where you get tired, where you get sick of being disrespected, where you get sick of somebody playing in your face and forgiving. Even I'll say this, even with family members, even former friends of mine. I'm not, was saying to somebody, for my reaction, I apologize. But now I'm like, no, why was I apologizing? I'm taking that shit back. I don't apologize. There's a lot that you will deal with people and you don't even speak about. You eat it and you keep it moving and you continue to be friends with those type of people. But then when you realize those are not good friends, even if it's family, those are not, family members that love and care about you. Even you could be sleeping next to somebody that you continue to put up with their nonsense. That was me. I put up with a lot. Should I have? No. Even when I told this person, I endured a lot with you. Of course, their nasty, disrespectful response was, oh, well, now you don't have to endure it anymore. And you know what, sweetheart? I absolutely don't. And I shouldn't have been putting up with it then. I'll tell you this, the more forgiving you are, the more you try and reason with that person and pour out your heart through text and calling. Don't waste your breath on a raggedy behind person. Don't try and plead your case and explain. No, they know exactly what they did. They didn't care about your feelings. So the first thing you're going to be called is crazy, unstable, you got emotional problems. But no one ever wants to speak about how you got to that point. There's nothing wrong with you, first of all. Second of all, this is just a cop-out for ill behavior. Of course, people that don't understand, and that's the thing that you have to, do not explain yourself. Do not. So if you go off, you crash out, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody that does not understand, because they are going to be determined not to understand you. When you stand up for yourself, you go off, you snap, of course, that's the first thing that people are going to do is, oh, they're crazy. I don't know what's wrong with them. There ain't shit wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It took me years to finally realize that there was nothing wrong with me. What was wrong with me was a person that I was with that their lack of accountability, they're intentional, not pouring into me. I sat here today and I had a thought that the person that I was with said, oh, talking about that, I only like to argue. Ignorant people say that. People that don't want to hear that they've done wrong, or understand your feelings, or emotions. No, our happiness does not lie in that other person. We should be able to make our own happiness within ourselves. But somebody that is disrespectful, abusive, manipulative, that person does not care about your mental health. And that, when you're with somebody, where's the integrity? Where's the empathy? Where's the morals? These people don't have any of that. So they're not going to at least care about your emotional and physical well-being. And you can't be with somebody like that, because they will drive you to the point where you will just go off, one, and two, where you will no longer be here. And that is their drive and their point with their narrative. Oh, well, they already had issues. They already had mental issues. I heard that from the person that I was with, cousin. Oh, well, she said you struggle with depression or you struggle with anxiety. I didn't start struggling with those things until that relationship. So when you go back and you work on all the healing and you realize what you went through, it's another added layer of being angry. So just know you didn't deserve that. Just know you're not crazy. Just know that that person has ill intentions in every relationship, every situation that they're in. Their intentions will never be bright. So just know, if you crashed out on them, you don't need to apologize, because I damn sure will not.